The main focus of our research at Talladega National Forest is to look at how forest management practices by the Forest Service impacts the bat community, specifically the endangered bat community there. So we're putting transmitters on them and then tracking them both at day and night to see where they're going. Where do they roost during the day? What does that habitat look like? Is it in areas that have active fire management, or are they avoiding them? And we'll relate that back to what's happening at the landscape scale with the forest management practices. We use systems known as mist nets. The largest are close to 30 feet tall, contain 3 systems of nets that we have a pulley system that we pull up and hang these nets in the forest and in ponds, over ponds and creeks and things like that. We open them about dusk and start checking them every 5 to 10 minutes to see if we're capturing bats. If we capture one of the target species in Indiana or northern long-eared, then we go in and we put a radio tag on them. So once that tag is on, then we go into tracking mode. So we go the next day, look at where that bat is roosting. Typically they roost in dead trees, either under bark or in a cavity within the tree. And we identify those trees, take some habitat measurements so we can learn more about the type of habitat that they're selecting for those roosts.
See this patch and then she came in.
So any bat that we capture, we remove from the net. You have to first untangle them. Sometimes they get very tangled. And then we take them back to a central area and then just go through some basic processing to get some ecological data from them. We weigh it to get its body mass. We measure its forearm length to get some assessment of its overall body size. We also look at its gender and as well as its reproductive condition.
This one is lactating. What we actually do is pull out the wing a little bit and you look at the bones, specifically one of these knuckles right here, and we got to hold up a light behind it and you can see right here, this spot right there that's kind of knobby, that's a nice solid kind of blob. That means she's an adult. If this was a juvenile, that would be not as round and it would be see-through. You'd actually see a gap between those bones right there.
Yeah, let go first. There you go. Okay.
It's a very challenging environment to work in, but it's also very rewarding. You get to see some amazing things while you're out there.
We were netting one night and it was right when the females had just had their pups. And we actually caught a female that had a pup attached to her, and she was in the net with her baby, and it was really scary getting him out because, I mean, he was tiny, like he wasn't flying yet. So that was really cool. It was really cool to see that because you don't get to see them flying with their babies very much.
So, you know, bats are obviously valuable in a number of ways to our society. From a more economic perspective, they also have a number of what we call ecosystem services. They're known to contribute billions in dollars of savings in pest control, essentially by us having to do less. Many of these bats are migrating hundreds of miles from caves in places like Tennessee, and we want to know how are these bat populations able to survive on the landscape. Are the forest management practices benefiting them? Are they helping these bats then survive through another winter? Because we know bats that are healthy during the summer, able to forage, reproduce, put on good amount of body weight, are able to survive through the winter better. So our research helps kind of connect those two areas, the summer foraging, to what's happening during the winter.